Welcome to Boss Talk Radio, and this is your host, Elena Banks, and I'm joined today by the beautiful Dani, the new reality TV superstar from BET's Ink, Paper, and Scissors. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you. You?
Thank you for coming. I'm doing great. I love this hair.
Thank you.
What made you go blue?
I tried all the colors of the rainbow, and it seemed like blue sticks the most. It gets the most recognition, so I'm like, why not?
It does. You got like a teal and then a blue.
Yeah.
Now, I heard someone told me that you was the queen of color techniques.
That's true.
Yes. Now I'm a redhead.
Mm-hmm.
I love my hair red, but of course I tried black, and I'm ready to get rid of black.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just loving red, but I see a lot of blues. I see Monica went to blue.
Mm-hmm.
I see so many people doing blue. But nobody wears it like you because you have two-tone. So when I saw you at the viewing party, I was like, oh my God. When I say that's a brand by itself, you think you'll ever switch it to another color?
Absolutely. I done been pink, orange, red, green, just about all the colors of the rainbow, purple.
But you have beautiful skin and you're a beautiful person, so you can pull it off. You know,
Thank
some
you.
people say, "Oh, I have to be blonde because that's the only color that looks good on my skin." But I think you can probably pull off every color.
I don't think it has anything to do with beauty. I think it depends on your style and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your swag, it will take you a long way.
Yeah, I'm big on red, and I had people to say, "Oh, you can never change red. Everybody know you by red." And I said, "That's fine if people know you by red, but it's other colors that I can work just as good as red. And you don't want to be known by your hair color. You want to be known by your actual brand, who you are, what you do." So sometimes people fall into that, "Oh, I can't change my hair color because that's who I am." No, it's not.
Yeah.
Just like I didn't like going black, but I think black still looks good and people still was okay with the black. But you know, sometimes the red just can't never be that red.
Right. It's good to have versatility, and it's good to test the limits.
And then in Georgia, and this is like one of the cities where I love to see people are so open spirited when it comes to hairstyles and colors, and we're known for swag. Like our style of dressing is so different till when I go to other cities and states, I be like, okay, this wouldn't work here, but it will work there.
And the good thing when it comes to hair, you can always switch it. You don't have to keep it.
That's true. It'll have to be yours.
Right.
But that's another good thing. So I want to go ahead and get into some of the questions that I have, and then we're going to get into some of the questions that people have already sent in before we can take our first commercial break. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so my first question is, how long have you been doing hair?
I've been doing hair professionally. October actually marks 5 years professionally.
Really?
Yep. I moved to Atlanta 7 years ago, and I spent the first 2 years in cosmetology school, so altogether 5 years.
And you're originally from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, St. Louis.
Yep, show me state.
That's right, show me. That's what they say. Now, when do you realize you wanted to be a hairstylist?
Probably when I was like in 3rd grade. I would go to school and see people with finger waves and all kind of different stuff. And
come on, finger waves.
Yeah, and I used to replicate the hairstyles on, I had a my child and her name was Teresa. So my child had makeup on and she had finger waves.
But you know what? They still sell those, but they changed the name.
Really?
Because my daughter has one, and I could never find a black one.
Mm-hmm.
But they have them now where you just get in the head, and then now they got it with the hands like
Oh,
this.
no.
So you could do the nails, but it's just, it cuts off here, and the hands is like this, and then you have the hair.
Oh, wow.
But I wanted to get her one where she could, because she loved doing hair. Like, she know how to plait and braid now at 7. So she's been playing with hair, and all my products will be going out of my closet. So she likes to play. So I can imagine what you're saying.
I actually still have mine.
Really?
I still have it.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to find it and I'm going to post it on my Instagram.
That's cute. That's cute. I'm glad you kept that. That's crazy. Some people keep a lot of stuff like that, and then some people don't. But I like to look back at stuff like that.
Yeah.
When they coming from your childhood.
It's sentimental.
It is. So, how long have you been at Salon Ramsey?
Salon Ramsey, probably 3.5, 4 years. I actually don't work at Salon Ramsey. I left like a 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
And
that was my next question.
Right. Yeah, we went back there to film. And I actually have my own studio. I have 8 hairstylists, makeup artists. It's a phone repair guy in there, and I also have a lash tech, that does mink extensions.
So it's like a one-stop shop for females.
Yeah, it's a beauty bar. And I'm looking for a nail tech, by the way.
Okay, plug. We looking for a nail tech. Okay. So my question is, where's that located at?
It's off of Cheshire Bridge Road and Faulkner Road, inside of Transitions.
My gym is right there. Gravity.
hmm
That's a good location.
It is. It's a
That's
central
an
location.
amazing location.
Yeah, because people come from north, south, east, and west, and I feel like that's a great location for everybody that's traveling in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's like on your way to Buckhead. It's right there by the highway. That's amazing. And how long have you been there?
Now for probably almost since I left from Ramsey.
Wow, I would have never known that. I turn there every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. So let me ask you a question. What are you good at? What's your niche? I know we talked about the color. You know how some stylists said, like you did say on the show, and I loved it when you said that I'm the queen of color techniques. Is it you just go with color, or do you emphasize in styling, cutting, weaves? You know, some people like weaves, and some people don't like doing weaves.
I actually do all of those. I do extensions. I do natural hair. I know how to do dreads and all kind of other stuff, but since I didn't got to the point in my career where I can pick and choose what I want to do, it's just certain things like, okay, I don't want to do that. But let me go ahead and do it just to show y'all, like, I'm very well rounded. I'm the master of all things, but I just choose not to do it.
There you go. So how do you feel owning a salon versus still being a stylist? Because you do both. You know, some people, they be a stylist for so long and then they go and they open up a salon and they have people working with them, then they stop. So are you going to continue to still do hair in the midst of being a businesswoman and owning a salon?
I am, but I need to have a manager. That's most definitely the key thing. And not only that, it's like being the owner while you're there. It's kind of hard to set up boundaries because, you know, like I be friendly with my style. But sometimes it'd be kind of hard for my stylist to differentiate between business and personal. So I'm still figuring a lot of it out, you know, because you still got to pay your booth rent on time. It's still going to be late fees. And, you know, that's a problem that I tend to have. People, you know, feel like they can pay when they feel like it.
Yeah.
And another problem is it's so hard to try to motivate them because it's like I see so much potential in them, and you know, I'm taking from my rep basically my own platform and trying to help market and advertise them. So I'm also trying to teach them the blueprint and marketing techniques of building up their clientele. But sometimes some people expect for you to just put the clients in their chair and that's it. So
they want to get your leftovers of what you can do.
So at this point, I'm taking a step back and letting everybody prove themselves. Like, if you want my help, you have to prove to me that, you know, you want it.
Yeah, I can see where that could be a challenge. I had employees and I had to realize that I had to start off a certain way and remain that way. But I put a lot of stuff in writing. I watched the first episode where a girl called the police on Donna because he tooted Sandra down and threw her down and all this crazy stuff. And I was just watching and I was thinking to myself, it was too much verbal. That should have been either addressed in email, so therefore if she would have called the police and say they would have went to court, it would have been he say, she say. From the beginning to the end, versus that I gave her notice and that the rent was late. And then I gave her another notice not to do anything until she paid it. There was nothing there. So it was just like craziness. And I think a lot of people do kind of think that we're cool so we can talk about it. But then when you have somebody that don't do what they said it was going to do or back off something that was verbal, you really don't have no recourse. And a lot of people can't separate business from personal. And then that's why a lot of people be like, they always say family or friends will get you first. And that's why you don't really spoil the meal, which is that's true in some senses. But I think a manager in your case would help. Kind of let the person kind of take the heat. Take the heat.
Yeah, and a lot of people that comes to my studio is new aspiring artists. You know, it's a lot of people that's transitioning from hair school or from a different city or state. And, you know, I want to help them with their skills. But then at the same time, I'm trying to teach them patience. Like, you're going to build up your clientele the more your craft improves itself. and a lot of people expect to be hair by Dani. And they're not being realistic with themselves. So it's like you kind of got to humble yourself a little bit, because if these clients come in and you aren't able to produce up to my skill level, then they're going to come to me and complain.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
That they are a reflection of you and your name.
Right. And just to kind of piggyback off of what you said in reference to having stuff in writing, I know it's not an excuse, but unfortunately, like when it comes to Ramsey in particular, like everybody knows Ramsey for being crazy. So, yeah. So when that's the typical Ramsey to us.
Really?
Yes. So.
And I feel bad because I've been in Atlanta since Halloween '98, and I kid you not.
And I'm Halloween 2000. What was it? 7 years ago.
2009.
2009.
Wow. Yeah. So I would always hear about Salon Ramsey, and I was just like, okay. And every time I turn around, you would just hear the name just whispered in the street by different people. And I know a lot of different stylists that came from there, but they would not either be there long, or they left there and started their own salon somewhere. But I never know what he looked like. I never know where the salon was at. I don't even know if it's been in the same place the whole time. But it was just good to know that his name was out there. But I never know who he was. And when I saw him, I was like, this is who everybody been talking about for years. And then when I started seeing the craziness, I was like, whoa.
It's pros and cons with Ramsey. I'm not just going to make it seem like it's just this horrible place, because he do give people the opportunity to have a low blueprint, to build yourself up, and, to have another option just being on the salon floor. You can have your own studio. But then again, like I said, it's going to be pros and cons. So, me in particular, like I never had the vision of having my own salon. I just knew I was going to be a dope hairstylist because I knew how to do hair. I just never looked at it as a career. But being at Ramsey, it kind of helped me as far as having my own studio. The reason why I say that, because before I actually get my own standalone business, it gives me the proper training while still being in salon, not having all the responsibilities of having a standalone.
Overhead.
Yeah, it's giving me a chance. It's giving me the practice I need.
Right.
So that is one of the perks of being at salon.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now, my next question is: are you still? First of all, I gotta ask this: were you friends with any of the other people on the show prior to this show?
Yeah, we all been to each other for years.
Right.
And then actually, it was whole nother cast before we did this. Like, we've been working on this project for a little bit over 3 years.
Wow.
So a few people decided not to be on the show, and they had to fill the people in. And the new people that are on this show is Coco, Baby Girl, Perry, and Silas. But everybody else is the original cast.
Right. And you and Coco was friends before, or just once you got the filming?
We were cool. We was working on building up a friendship.
Right, because I see that right there is not gonna happen. That's gonna be a no for her. Because I was just looking at this show and I was watching it, and me coming from the questions that I know I was asked and just looking, and I was like, I wonder were they friends before, or was they just met for the show? It was just like a lot of curiosity just to kind of get the background to see how the personalities, some matched and some didn't. And his name is Silas. He's a nut.
He is.
Baby, when I tell you, I don't think he ever turned down.
That's him 24/7. He's always ready. He's from St. Louis too.
Whoever left and he got that spot, that was the best thing, honey.
I agree.
Because when I tell you, I ain't never seen nobody so animated and so turned up. He's funny as hell.
He is.
So yeah, it was just, I can't wait to see the episode tonight.
Me too, because even though we filmed and we was a part of it, it's a lot of stuff that has been edited, and not only that, we don't know what everybody's scene consisted of before we got there. When we
now, do you pre-watch?
We can't.
They don't send them to you before?
No.
Girl, what?
We don't have any privileges. No.
BET? Come on now, BET. I'm going to need y'all to get a little bit better now. At least let us pre-watch.
Well, part of the reason, which is a good mechanism, they want us to live chat, social interaction. So
and then the reason why I say I didn't like that because BAUSE, I didn't pre-watch because I wanted to be just as surprised with everybody else at viewing parties. But then it kind of backfired because they would look at your expression, and I'm very vocal with my expression. So sometimes pre-watching, I may respond in a way, and then you don't know camera in your face or not. But that live chatting, I can't do that and watch and hear. So you find yourself live chatting, you're so busy focused on responding and typing till you kind of don't get to really see what's going on.
Well, I'm good at multitasking, and not only that, but we all watch the episodes probably like 5 times after it airs.
So no pre-watching, yeah. And then the thing is, but then you do be kind of like, okay, what she say, and then it just builds up so much stuff because now that she said this, and then you get to see how they kind of turn things around and how they edit it. So it's always that 1 hour just be so intense because you be
not when it comes to me because I'm more concentrating on my hair. I'm like, damn, why didn't somebody tell me that I was supposed to brush that part right there because I didn't see it?
You critiquing.
Yes. Yeah.
She is critiquing.
Yes,
Come
I'm only concerned about myself.
I love it.
Come through. Yeah, they got this hair popping. Thanks, BT. It's showing very good. That's when I'm looking at my makeup. Did I blend that right? Because I'm still working on my makeup,
So you did your makeup on the show?
Everything.
You did?
Everything.
Now, was that by choice or you just...
I like the way I do my own makeup.
That's good.
Because I'll tell people how to do it. They still do what they want to do. And it just doesn't work out.
Scared you look like a clown.
Yeah, and it's been times we did photo shoots and some people's makeup didn't come out right. But mine did.
Wow.
Because I know how I want myself to look.
Right.
And other people, they wish they had did their own makeup. So now other people didn't learn their lesson.
Come on, BT with the makeup artist?
Well, I mean, it's not BET's fault. And I'm not just speaking specifically in reference to BET. I'm just saying in general.
In general. Yeah. I came with my own. I was like, if it ain't this person and this person, that's it. Because once you can't change them scenes. You can't change them pictures. And then the pictures that they have is all over the world for the rest of the show running in after the fact.
And I'm like, if I'm going to be mad at somebody for something that's on me, I'm going to be mad at myself.
For allowing it.
And then, I'm a beauty guru. Like, I show people how to put on makeup and stuff like that.
Really? Well, I got some questions for you. Sure. I do got some questions for you. So you answered a lot of these already. So let me ask you a question. I know it's a few people out here that want to know if they want to get into your chair, are you accepting new clients?
I am. You schedule through my website, hairbydani.com.
Hairbydani.com. And then now you're not one of the ones. I gotta ask this question too. Lord Jesus, I'm being petty now. So there's so many people out here now that's doing hair and they got the websites. And you go on your book and then you gotta pay a deposit. Or you do deposit.
I just started doing that because it's so many no call, no shows.
No call, no shows. I hate that. And then if you don't show or if you're late, it's a fee. You can't get in the chair till you pay the fee. And then a lot of stylists have started where they don't go behind nobody else's work. See, I'm hearing and I'm catching on.
Because you could have a poor installation and your leave out isn't coloring your tracks correctly. But since you just got your hair done by me and you go out in public and they say, who did your hair? Just because they ask them who did your hair, that doesn't mean they like it. They want to, I don't want to go to her.
Right.
So I don't want them to say that everybody needed it. So.
Yeah, and I get so many people that don't like that, but as a businesswoman, I can respect the fact that nobody wants to come behind somebody else's work just for the simple sake that when you go out there, you can say, oh, well, Keisha put the install in, but Tanya, she did the coloring, and then Melissa cut it. So it's like ain't nobody gonna sit there and say all that.
And what some people would do, they will ask for a quote. You give them the quote. They'll go to somebody else. They jack up their hair, and then they expect for you to clean it up. Like, you could have just avoided all of that in the first place.
And just came here from the jump.
Right.
Wow. So, Okay, I'm taking this in. That's different. I've been going pretty, but see, the thing about me is I have somebody that does the coloring, then I had to go somebody for the install. Then I'm big on somebody. Like, it's just that I got to find that one person to just do it all.
I do it all.
Okay, well, I'm about to come see.
I just don't do closures and.
Oh Lord, Jesus! No frontals. Girl, I ain't had no leave out in so long.
Time for new things.
They are new. Frontals and closures is new.
They're new. They are.
Okay, we gonna think right there. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come see Dani. We're gonna work on this leave out. I done got spoiled though. That's what it is, ladies. If you just get up and go, you ain't trying to blend in.
That's how a lot of people are, but you gotta bring it a little bit. Sometimes, from time to time.
Okay, I have to let her work on me like that. You see, I'm about to go cardiac arrest, but she said no frontals and closures. Jesus, have mercy. And then coloring. I hate coloring my leave out. That's because I'd be like, I don't know what I want to do in 2-3 months.
Well, you could do an ombre. Where it's your natural hair color and it fades down into the color.
I agree that. That's a good idea. All right, give everybody your website one more time, and then social media. I want to make sure we emphasize social media because I need everybody to make sure you go and follow Miss Dani.
I'm Dani, known as Hair by Dani, and on no matter if it's my website, social media, everything is Hair by Dani. So it's www.hairbydani.com. Ink, paper, scissors every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Central Time, only on BET.
Ooh, come on, professional plug. You better come on. Let me just say this. And I have so many times talked about branding and networking. And for the simple fact that you have Hair by Dani as everything, I love that. I've had people come up to me and be like, you know, can I talk to you about branding? Can I talk about networking? And people even come here and interview me. And they give a different name from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Periscope. And I'll be like, ain't nobody gonna find you when you got 10 different handlers for different social media. And I be telling people, you trying to brand yourself, you trying to grow your business, and you want people to find you and be able to reach out to you. When you talking to people, you have maybe 2-3 seconds when you go talk about follow me. By the time they try and write your Facebook or Twitter, remember it, they trying to figure out what you said. And don't have no underscore and no backslash.
Oh, I hate it.
I hate them underscores and them backslash and then find something else. I know if it ain't available, add a number to the end or something.
Yeah.
So people don't understand. Make it easier for people to follow you. So I so respect, and that just made me.
It's my name. I owned it. I paid for it. That's mine. Nobody else can have it.
Yeah, like that's so simple, so easy. So all y'all people that they got them back slashes, front slash, dashes, underscore. If you in a business, now if you just on here for fun and ain't really got no business cracking and you don't really care if you ain't got no followers and you ain't selling nothing, that's fine. But I'm talking to the people that is using social media as a business tool. Please get it in order.
You know, I think I'm gonna teach a class on branding and marketing.
I do. And when I tell you I get so passionate, so crunk in that part, I come to life.
And I usually give out these tips and stuff when they on my Snapchat and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna actually like conduct some type of meeting group or something.
Yeah. Tell me when that is. I love it.
I will.
I love it.
I will.
That sound. We're gonna take a quick audio commercial break, and we'll be right back.